Hello everyone and welcome back to The Forge, the channel, the episode, whatever you want to call it. We're back, that's the thing. So, this is another Forgecast, and I'm deciding to do this today because I worked a 10-hour day today, and the job that I'm in, it was a pretty tough 10 hours, so, I'm used to working shifts that are much smaller than that. And probably for a good reason. But progress on this project right here that you'll probably recognize. Yeah, I just got the holes drilled and I'm in the middle of pounding that out. But anyway, progress on that has been rather slow because I've had to do several other commitments. You know, I've got some college obligations and been signing a lease on an apartment, stuff like that, and yeah, there's been a lot going on. Work, obviously. Gotta make that money to make that rent. So it's actually been really rewarding, and actually I found that cutting out distractions, as I'll go over soon. I'm coming out with a series, by the way. Removing distractions is actually a really good way of getting stuff done. You'd be surprised just how many things can distract a person and completely just like ruin everything. Just a little distraction sometimes will take away so much potential. Like, I've gotten more done in this week. Like, probably a good half of the episodes of the second season have been filmed this week. I think I might do a video on this. We'll see. But like a lot of those, a couple of episodes that are yet to come out, were all filmed during this week. So, yeah. You know, come to think of it, I don't think I ever told you guys what this squirt bottle is for. Don't remember what it was originally for, but I kind of poached it. Kind of took it and stole it a little bit. Decided to use it, and what I do is, you know, whenever I do some metal work, wow, I'm an idiot. Whenever I do some sanding, whether that's metal or wood, and I want to get particulates out of the air, just squirt. Or, if I do some quenching, it leaves a really bad smell in the air, and there's a lot of smoke in the air. Well, I know from growing up in California, the best way to get smoke out of the air is introducing water into the air. Because just as the rain will clear out the smoke in California, the water in this, when it goes into the air, it'll just sort of pass through the smoke. And it'll sort of collect the loose particulates in the air, as small as they are, and it'll drop them out. At least that's what I think anyway. I don't think I've introduced you guys to my punches yet. This thing is pretty good. I think it's pretty much the first punch that I really started using. I really don't know what I was doing with it. This one I've been using for my rings, and it sucks that it's gotten damaged. I really like this thing. I use this one secondarily for my rings. It's pretty good. It's a bit bigger around, so if I want to make like something for my index finger, it's perfect. So sometimes I'll get some pretty good steel for railroad spikes. For instance, that knife that I made, the spike knife. Missed my opportunity to call it a steak knife. Anyway, that was some pretty good steel. This, on the other hand, not so much. There is a crack that developed. I don't know if y'all can see it, but like there's a crack right there. It kind of developed when I was trying to expand it a little bit. Pizza. Anyway, but yeah, that kind of happened. Railroad spikes are pretty easy to twist. I like that. And it makes this nice cool pattern, you know. It looks like I made an iron sundae. But, you know, there's that. Sometimes things can get a little bit complicated. Tried to make a hook out of this. It ended up being rather pitiful, but, you know, I'll probably forge weld it later, if I can. We'll see. I'm gonna try it at some point. We'll see. Anyway, oh yes! And the first thing I ever made out of a railroad spike, this knife. It is much longer than any other railroad spike knife that I have ever made. And I don't know why. Been meaning to put a bunch of clamps down here. It's actually where most of my clamps go. Problem is, I use them and I never put them away. So, I'm trying to get into the discipline, putting things away once I'm done with them. And of course, right now I'm using 2 of them to hold up the camera. Everything that you have seen on here has been recorded on a phone, by the way. I have not had the budget nor the real need, I guess, to get a real camera. This thing's actually pretty good. It records in pretty good quality as far as I can tell. I've never had any complaints about the recording quality of it. At least not since I actually figured out how to increase the recording quality of it anyway. I'm going to stick this back in the scrap metal bucket. Same with this. Not because I believe them both to be scrap, even though I do, but because, they're unfinished projects, and at some point I will get back around to them, and I'm going to take a look in there, see a bunch of sheet metal, and go, I can't work with that, and then I'll see that, and I'll be like, oh, but I can work with that. So, yeah. Well, I know I haven't spent a whole lot of time on this one. I don't know, actually. After the edit, it might actually be as long as the other Forgecasts, but I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I know I haven't spent a whole lot of time regardless, but yeah, I actually really enjoyed this. This is a nice way to sort of have a nice chill night. And yeah, I just really enjoyed this. So, my hope is that you all enjoyed this. If you did, like and subscribe. No, I'm not that kind of guy. But really, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a great day.